Mom guilt. I never heard of that.
Mom guilt? Yeah, no. Mom guilt for everything. Like the first time, and mommy shamed. Now, mom shamers, moms have a lot to say about, you know, like how other moms choose to raise their kid.
Right.
I don't like to judge people. I mean, I probably have some consciously. I'm like, you know, you probably shouldn't do that.
Of course, we all have.
Yeah. But in the mom community, like you feel something strong. I'll tell you about this one time, you know, random thought. But
No, say it.
my kid, you know, kids like you shouldn't know anything about kids. But anyways,
Yeah, not yet. I'm not.
Newborns, they like poop on everything. So, you know, as a mom to bring change of clothes. So I was out that day with my son. It was like one of the first outings that I had, like being, you know, postpartum and everything. And my son already crapped on the clothes that I had brought for him. So I had nothing else left to do. Instead, like, I had him naked in the store. Like, he was just in a diaper. It was a summertime, granted, so I wasn't thinking, you know, I had, like, his little blanket, but I still kind of felt like nobody came up to me like, oh, you're a bad mom because your son's naked.
Right.
But I felt some type of way. I'm like, oh, my gosh, like, I'm a terrible mom because now, you know, people are looking and like, why does she have her kid naked? So I was like, oh my God, I feel it. It's been a long time since I felt that way, just because like I know that people aren't doing it, or maybe some are, doesn't matter, but you know, like just brush it off, because obviously I know that I'm not a bad mom because I had packed and stuff happens in life, and that's it. So
Did you feel like it was probably just all in your head?
of course, yeah, because like I said, nobody came up to me and said, oh, you're such a terrible mom, like why is your son naked? People do come up to you and say some things, but I don't think it comes from like a place of like judgment. It's more so like, I wouldn't do it this way.
Yeah, it's like I've noticed that, you know, like if women are together and you know, like a woman is holding another woman's son, right, and they're like, she's like talking about him and stuff, she'll low key like say a like smart remark or like
the jab is like, hey, I would do this differently.
Right, like something slick like that. And I feel like, I don't know, like I pick up on it sometimes when I hear it, you know, I'm like, okay.
Oh, for sure. And me especially, like that's another like mom guilt moment for me is like in-laws and my own mom telling me like, oh, you know, do it this way. So I'm like trusting that, you know, like, oh, they've done this longer than I have. Like, I'm just a new mom.
Oh,
so
right.
I feel guilty for not accepting their advice sometimes. It's like they know better than me. But at the end of the day, this is my kid, and this is a new experience for me. And, you know, I'm just trying to do the best that I can and raise my son the way that I want him to be raised.